This is another specimen that you will see no place else but here at Reptile Gardens. This is a gold Stree cobra. Yes, I know. Very big eyes because it is indeed a tree-dwelling animal. A sight feeder for the most part. And if we can just get the little sweetie to come over and say hello, you can have a close-up of this very rare species. And again, this is one of Terry's and my mutual friend, Kurt Johnson, who is no longer with us. But as Terry and I know, and I've said many times, if it was a cobra and it could be bred, Kurt could do it. He was a remarkable expert when it came to breeding all sorts of cobras, and this was one of his specimens that I'm hoping would come over on the slow side just to say hello, just so you could see the remarkable set of eyes this cobra has, and also the very unique ending to its tail. So I'll move back a little bit and see if Terry can entice her over.
Where?
Okay, baby. Okay. Okay, relax. Oh, that's interesting herky-jerky behavior that the water cobras have. But here, I'll zoom in a little bit. Well, that's as good as it will focus. Yes, that was my hand moving. Hi there, sweetie. Look at that very large eye. Very unique to this species. These are only found in a very narrow range in equatorial Africa, and the snake catchers over there really hate to hunt these guys. One, because they live in trees, and I don't know about you, but climbing a tree and coming face to face with a 6 or 8 foot tree cobra in its own territory is not something I would consider to be fun. And the fact that no one really knows if South African polyvalent antivenin works well with it. So it's a double surprise. But these are very rare. This is probably one of 2 or 3 animals in the United States, and certainly one of the only places that you can see it is here at Reptile Gardens. Yeah, I don't have my extension on right now, so.
Lots in that. They're full of bluffs and feints, but I've never tried to even attempt to get a defensive reaction out of them. I've treated them pretty respectfully, but they're phenomenally cool snake. They have little teeny tiny fangs inside their mouth, but they have an extremely thin lower jaw, and they actually the fangs wear a hole through their lower jaw like a taipan.
Wow.
The taipan's fangs are really large, and that's why you get that, but these guys, I was really surprised to see these little tiny holes at the bottom of their lower jaw that the fangs are wearing through. When you look at them, they're just tiny little fangs.
Think we can scoot her tail around to take a look at the very unique ending? Oh! How unique is that? It's pointy and it's very movable, and they use it as a dagger, and as Terry has said, they'll really dig it into you and it'll draw blood. And Terry was laughing, thinking, ow, well, look at that. That's mean and evil. Ouch. 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 Well, you know, if you got the thing by the tail and it does that to you, maybe you would let go. So that's an interesting defense mechanism. Very unique to cobras. No other cobra has the little sticker on the tail, but holy cow, is that surprising if you don't know it's there. Even if it is there, it still hurts like hell. That's quite the point. Look at that. Urgh. Very unique species, very interestingly equipped to survive. Mother Nature has another home run snake. Gold street cobra, very, very rare, only here at Reptile Gardens.
Alright, no, I'm not feeding you. But you can see the slug there.
Oh, that's a shame, yeah.
But I bred them hatched out 2 little babies.
Well, here we have another form of brown snake from Australia, Pseudacus colletti, or collet snake. Certainly the most beautiful and sought after form of the brown snakes. Terry just pointed out that she's dropping slugs right now, unfertilized eggs. Terry's bred her successfully in the past, but Terry thinks that the male is shooting blanks, so to speak. Very unique aspect of collet snake's venom is that it acts on some olfactory nerves, and you'll actually lose your sense of smell, perhaps permanently. I've read that in a couple of case report papers from Australia. People just don't get bit by this snake in the wild. These are all captive bites by keepers in Australia, and they lose their sense of smell. They survive the bite because it's not terribly toxic overall, but they lose their sense of smell. Pretty unique in the snake world, but certainly one of the most beautiful forms of the brown snakes from Australia. Again, Pseudacus colletti. Here's the back of the exhibits here at Reptile Garden. And, you know, I've shown you people in my room how important it is to have emergency materials available just in case. Now you can see that Terry's got nestled away in several places here the appropriate first aid for any of these Australian elapid bites is the pressure bandage. A proper used pressure bandage in case of Australian elapid snake bite is the difference between you surviving or dying. Is that correct?
Without question, the snake hook makes a perfect splint to add to the first aid group.
Oh, great. All right, there you go. Now look at behind the scenes here in Terry's area. I'll have to do this quick because I'm almost out of battery here. But this is a beautiful wide open area for working some of these hots that are very quick. The only problem is that when they go under there, it's very unpleasant for Terry to visit with them. Is that when they go under there, it's very unpleasant for Terry to visit with them.
Come on. Come on. You really tore that, didn't you? Let me see you watching me. Watching. Turn. Come on. He's a big boy.
Maniac is a saltwater crocodile, the man-eater of the planet, next to the Nile crocodile. What's his length and weight there, Terry?
He's 15 and a half feet, about 1,300 pounds.
Everybody knows Steve Irwin quite regularly dealt with these guys, so you know what they're capable of. And we're not interested in having Maniac do any of that tonight. We're just here to visit with him in a friendly manner. It was nice of him to splash out of the water and come to the shallows to say hello. But, you know, that's about all we're going to do here tonight because this is the sort of screw up that you make only once. You can make more than one screw up with venomous snakes and come back and try it again another day. You don't get very many second chances with crocodiles of this size. The saltwater crocodile is the pinnacle of reptilian and certainly crocodilian evolution. These animals are really unchanged for hundreds of thousands of millions of years, which means that the Creator got them right pretty close to the beginning because they're essentially unchanged. They're highly evolved, highly efficient predators that get it right every single time and live and breed and propagate. And the only predator they have to watch out for, of course, is man, whose ability to destroy their habitat and to actually go and kill them. There isn't another predator on the planet that could really kill these guys except humans. You know, another crocodile, you know, could inflict a lot of damage and perhaps kill one, but they don't do that very often. The males do combat. The males are territorial, but if they killed one another on a regular basis, that would be detrimental to the species, so that just doesn't happen. But the crocodile certainly is one of those pinnacle animals of evolutionary science that one could possibly get. Okay, Maniac, we'll see you another time. Terry was nice enough to hand me one of Maniac's teeth that he regularly sheds. I don't know about you, but I've only seen dinosaur teeth that were this big. And he's pretty close to a living dinosaur. This would easily, you know, go down into your bone, get locked there so you can't escape. Notice how it's recurved, so if you pull forward, you can't get out. Just a remarkable, very, very strong, not flimsy, bone-crushing tooth. That's really what it is. It's like a pointed chisel. Anybody know what these are? No, they're parentes. They're Australian monitor lizards. They're Varanids, right? Mm-hmm. Yep, I thought so. Not a big lizard guy. And yes, I can talk to him and he can actually hear me because that's his ear. But these are really cool guys. Terry has a few of them. Just got in. Very few places in the world, no less country, have parentes on display. These are the largest forms next to Komodo dragons, right, Terry?
Largest one in Australia.
Right.
There's the croc monitor and the water monitor are bigger.
And as you can see, these are relatively friendly, but always looking for a feed. As he sort of hugs Terry's hips and digs his claws into his belly, which is always a fun thing. But these are some of the coolest monitor lizards that you can get your hands on, and as you can see, he's enjoying a nice chin rub. Now remember, a few years ago, Brian Fry's paper described the very nice venom gland system in ducts to the teeth and the venom produced by Varanids. Yes, they are technically venomous, but for all intents and purposes, their delivery system is inadequate to envenomate a human. However, if you're the prey animal, small, it works to their advantage. However, if you've ever seen a Varanid eat, it doesn't need venom because it literally beats the crap out of the thing until it doesn't move anymore and then swallows it. They have the brute force method of killing, and they're very good at it. But as you can see, this guy is very nice. He's probably 4 feet long, mostly tail, and he like to whip you with the tail. And we're not going to do any tongue sticking. How about parenti cam? Here we go. Oh, we got a little tongue flick there. Got any food? And when I was in Australia, I tried to catch some lace monitors, but these guys are really fast. And they'll go up a tree as faster than anything else I've ever seen. You know, cats are good climbers, but these guys literally motor their way up. And then they sort of look down at you like and laugh at you. Ah ha ha. Hi. You're a good guy. You're a good guy. Aren't they cool? Look at the beautiful structure of their face and head. Another fantastic design, very successful species. Been around for millions of years. Highly evolved. Do very well if man doesn't destroy their habitat and their food sources. Probably, you know, outlive mankind on the planet. Because they're actually a superior design. We may be smarter, but their overall design strategy is much better. Right? Huh? Very nice. Okay. Now can I bite your nipple there, Terry?
Yeah.
Huh?
I got 2 of them.
Terry, you need your nipple pierced?
Can't be a good reptile guy without a bunch of piercings, can we?
Well, gee, you know, I have all the holes I originally came with and no more. Okay, guy, you're okay. And he's got some friends in here. Terry, what do you have? I know it's an exceptionally very rare and unique species to the python world.
This is actually probably the rarest type of python species found worldwide. It's the only python with rough scales to it. It's very simply called the rough-scaled python. Very similar to the green tree pythons and carpet pythons, but also very, very different. They're a very lanky, probably rock-dwelling specimen. They're found in very, very tiny individual habitats. Most of them are about the size of a football field. So their genetic diversity is probably relatively low. They're only found in 2 areas of northwestern Australia. And it's truly one of the most phenomenal species of snakes, python species I've ever had the opportunity to work with. And these are, of course, going to be the only legal specimens outside of Australia. Courtesy of John Waggle at the Australian Reptile Park. Him and his staff are the ones that have done all the field work and natural history work on the species.
Right, I saw on Animal Planet had a special with them when they went out and tried to catch the rough-scaled and came up with them at the very last minute. Wow, this is really cool, and I'll tell you folks, it really is rough and keeled compared to your average run-of-the-mill python. What about that spot on their head, Terry?
Well, it's a really pronounced pineal eye up there, and we don't quite understand exactly how important it is to them, but boy, they do change colors on their skin color from day to night, and I do feel that there probably has some sort of actual reason for it, you know, natural history-wise.
Wow.
But we don't quite know.
This is the only rough-scaled in the United States, correct?
Yep.
Okay, folks, another reason for you to come to Black Hills Reptile Gardens in Rapid City, South Dakota, not too far from Mount Rushmore, not too far from Sturgis for you motorcycles fans in the summer. Stop by and say hello to Terry and, you know, tell him that you're a friend of Viperkeeper, and, you know, if he has the time, you know, he might show you some of these special animals off exhibit that you don't normally get to see. I'd really like to thank Terry and Reptile Gardens for the courtesy that they've offered me this week. You know, I appreciate Terry's friendship and hope to work a lot more closely with him in the future.
Absolutely.